Bangladesh has a new government headed by Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus. Sheikh Hasina, the longest serving Prime Minister who had to resign and leave the country on August 5th amid mass protests, is currently in India, reportedly seeking asylum in a third country. As the interim government begins work, violence refuses to recede in the South Asian country of 170 million people. If in the last weeks of the Hasina government, security personnel unleashed violence against protesters, in the week that followed Sheikh Hasina's resignation, the victims were largely Bangladesh's religious minorities and functionaries of the Awami League. In an acknowledgement of the seriousness of the situation, Mr. Yunus, upon his arrival in Dhaka on August 8th from Paris, appealed for calm and urged the students to save the country from anarchy and chaos. Hello everyone, this is Stanley Johnny, the Hindu's International Affairs Editor. According to a Human Rights Watch report, rioters burned down historical structures and targeted members and party officers of the Awami League. Members of the Hindu community, who make up some 8% of Bangladesh's population, were violently attacked, their homes torched, temples vandalized, and shops looted across Bangladesh. Ahmadiyas, a minority sect in Islam who face persecution by Sunni extremists in several countries, and other ethnic minorities were also targeted, reported the Human Rights Watch. According to the Hindu Buddhist Christian Unity Council and the Bangladesh Puja Ujtapan Parishad, minority communities in Bangladesh faced 205 incidents of attacks in 52 districts since the fall of the Sheikh Hasina government on August 5th. Some of those whose homes were attacked may be directly involved in Awami League politics, but 98% are ordinary Hindus. Rana Das Gupta, the General Secretary of the Bangladesh Hindu Buddhist Christian Aikya Parishad, told my colleague in Dhaka last week. Over 230 people have been killed in violent incidents since August 5th, including 2 leaders affiliated with the Awami League, taking the death toll since the anti-government protests began in early July to 560. Hindus also carried out protests in Dhaka on Saturday, asking for protection from the government. What do these incidents suggest? Is the student-led anti-government protest being hijacked by extremists? While answers are awaited, what we know is that the Yunus-led interim government is off to a troubled start. Government offices remained empty through the week, and police personnel were reluctant to report back to work, citing security concerns. The absence of law enforcement officials allowed the rioters to continue their vandalism and attacks without any state resistance. Students also remain on the street, demanding an overhaul of the system. On Saturday, they forced the Supreme Court Chief Justice out. They say the judiciary is filled with Awami League loyalists and want the top judges to go. Besides judges, several other key officials, including university vice chancellors, also resigned, fearing the wrath of the protesters. The first challenge before Mr. Yunus is to restore order and bring back normal life. And in the medium to long term, he has to make sure that the country transitions into a democratic government through free and fair elections. This is going to be an uphill task for the 84-year-old banker who won the Nobel Prize in 2006 for spearheading a microfinance revolution in Bangladesh. The country has seen dramatic political developments over the past week. Before August 5, the military was loyal to Sheikh Hasina, and the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, the main opposition, was struggling to hold itself together under state repression, while Jamaat-e-Islami, the radical Islamist outfit, was outlawed. This equation has changed post-August 5th. Today, there are 3 major players in Bangladesh: the student revolutionaries, the BNP Jamaat combo, and the military. Mr. Yunus represents the student movement. It was a key demand from the students to appoint him as the interim government chief. And by accepting their proposal, the military, the presidency, and the mainstream political parties have all shown signs of reconciliation, which is a pragmatic first step. But Mr. Yunus doesn't have any political organization to back him in Bangladesh's infamously fractious polity. His political ambitions are not new. In 2007, when both Sheikh Hasina and BNP leader Khaleda Zia were in jail during a military-backed regime, Mr. Yunus had launched a political party, Nagarik Shakti, and vowed to contest polls. But he dropped the plans within months due to lack of public support. But today, he has the backing of the students who want a cleaner, better system. Will he be able to deliver? He will have to depend on the street power of the students or the political organizations of the mainstream parties, if not the direct backing of the military to push through his agenda of reform. What would make his job more complicated is that all these parties have conflicting interests. The BNP Jamaat combo wants elections at the earliest because they think there is a chance for them to capture power after 15 years of wilderness. Both had a troubled past. The Jamaat had helped the Pakistani military during the Liberation War, in which hundreds of thousands of Bengalis were killed in East Pakistan, today's Bangladesh. The Jamaat was also involved in attacks against Bangladesh's minorities in the past. And the years of the BNP rule, which was founded by Ziaur Rahman, the former military general turned president, were marked by political violence and vendetta. If the students want a Naya Bangladesh, the BNP and Jamaat-e-Islami represent traditional politics. They have been empowered by the past week's developments and have demanded immediate elections. And the third player is the military. As of now, the generals are staying in the shadows, supporting transition. But Bangladesh's military also has a notorious violent past. Reuters had reported last week that on August 4th, the night before Ms. Hasina stepped down, the Army General Waker-Uz-Zaman told the Prime Minister his troops would not be able to enforce a curfew that she had called for. The message was clear that Sheikh Hasina did not have the support of the military anymore. This had sealed her fate. Ever since, the military had taken a public posture as a supporter of transition. A key challenge before Muhammad Yunus, student protesters, as well as the political parties, is to ensure that the military, which had directly ruled the country in the past, stays in the barracks as Bangladesh treats a path of tumultuous transition. For more such videos, please subscribe to The Hindu.